The morning sunlight hit our kitchen table just right, warm, soft, innocent. My 6-year-old daughter, Lily, sat in her little pink chair, swinging her legs while drawing something on her napkin with her crayons. She looked up suddenly, leaned closer, and whispered, "Mom. Daddy does something weird in the car after he drops you off." My heartbeat stuttered. She shrugged, the kind of shrug only children have, where truth rolls off their shoulders so casually it feels like a confession of the universe. "He just sits there. He doesn't drive away. Sometimes he talks on his phone. Sometimes he cries." Cries, my husband, Daniel Hayes, the man who didn't cry at his own father's burial, the man who looked at tears like a failure? I felt cold all over. "What makes you think he's crying?" I saw him wiping his face. She demonstrated, rubbing her fists under her eyes. And once, he was yelling on the phone. He said, "I can't leave her yet." "Mom, who is her?" The room spun. The toaster beeped. The coffee machine steamed. The world kept moving while my life paused. That morning, I realized that sometimes the deepest wounds don't come from enemies, but from the people who promise to protect you. Daniel and I had been married for 12 years. 12 long, complicated, beautiful, and sometimes painful years. We met in college. He was the brilliant engineering student who solved equations for fun, and I was the literature major who believed emotions could build worlds. We were opposites, but we loved each other fiercely, or I thought we did. After Lily was born, everything changed slowly. The way seasons shift unnoticed until leaves suddenly turn red. Daniel worked longer hours. He stopped holding my hand in public. He stopped sitting with us during dinner. He stopped laughing at my jokes. I tried to justify it. Stress. Work. Exhaustion. Pressure. New responsibilities. But excuses can't fill silence. And silence had become our third family member. Still, Daniel was a good father. He made breakfast for Lily most mornings. He braided her hair better than I ever could. He danced with her in the living room when I pretended not to watch, which made what Lily said even harder to believe. That night, after Daniel came home late, again, I asked gently, "You're working so much lately, everything okay?" He didn't look up from his phone. "Yeah. Just deadlines." "Are you sure?" "Why are you interrogating me?" he snapped. Interrogating? I'd asked a question, softly, lovingly. That was the moment something inside me cracked just slightly. A hairline fracture, but I ignored it, because marriage teaches you to tolerate small earthquakes, hoping the house doesn't collapse. 3 days passed. Every morning, Lily whispering observations. Every night, Daniel coming home later and later, smelling different, carrying invisible weight. On the 4th morning, after dropping Lily at school, I didn't go to work. Something inside me, something ancient and instinctive, told me to wait. To watch. To face the truth, whatever shape it came in. I parked my car behind the tall hedges near the school exit. Hidden from view. 10 minutes later, Daniel's car appeared. He kissed me goodbye earlier that morning with a stiff, distracted peck, but instead of turning toward his office, he pulled over just 1 block away. Just like Lily said, he didn't drive off. He didn't work on his laptop. He didn't listen to music. He just sat there. Then, his phone lit up, a message preview. "I'm here." "Same place?" He typed something back quickly, and then it happened. A woman walked up to his window, tall. Pretty. Soft face. Wearing a red coat. Daniel opened the passenger door for her. She leaned in and kissed him. Not a hesitant kiss. Not the kind you give someone you're unsure about. It was a kiss full of history, and in that moment, my marriage ended without a single word spoken. I didn't cry. Shock has a way of freezing the soul, pain postponed, emotions suspended in ice. I grabbed my phone, zoomed in, and took pictures. Not because I wanted to. But because I knew I'd need proof. They drove off together. I followed, carefully, leaving enough distance so I wouldn't be obvious. They didn't go to any secret hotel. Or an apartment. No. They went to our cafe, the one with mint blue chairs, wooden tables, and lemon pastries Daniel once said tasted like sunshine. The place where we had our first anniversary brunch. Where he proposed expanding our family. Where he held my hand and whispered, "I'll always choose you." He chose again that day, but not me. They sat in our corner booth, the one with the best view of the lake. He laughed with her. Touched her hand. Tucked her hair behind her ear. He hadn't touched me that gently in years. I watched through the rainy window as they shared a pastry. My heart crumbled like it had been baked too long. I didn't confront them. I didn't storm inside. I didn't make a scene. Instead, I drove home. When Lily came back from school, she drew a picture of a girl holding a balloon. She said, "It's you, Mommy. The balloon means happiness." I wanted to tell her the balloon had popped. Exploded, but I smiled. That night, Daniel came home acting normal. As if he hadn't betrayed our vow 6 hours earlier. "Long day," he sighed, kissing Lily on the forehead. He didn't kiss me. Later, when he fell asleep on the couch, I opened his laptop. Same password. Same cloud sync. Sometimes cheaters hide things brilliantly. Sometimes they think they're too smart to be caught. I found his messages with the woman, Laura, her name alone burned my throat. Emojis.plans.secrets.love, yes, he wrote love, to her, not me, even worse, they discussed Lily, that poor kid, Laura wrote it, she doesn't even know you're not staying in that marriage. Not staying? My whole body went cold. Daniel had been planning to leave me. To take Lily part-time, to build a new life, with her, he just, hadn't told me, not yet, because he was waiting for the right moment, and apparently, that right moment meant humiliating me without warning. I sat on the bathroom floor, sobbing so quietly I didn't wake my daughter. The next day, I hired a private investigator, not because I wanted revenge. Because I needed truth. All of it. The PI worked fast. Within a week, he handed me everything: hotel receipts, text logs, email recoveries. Photos, audio recordings, his banking records. But the final blow came when the PI said, he transferred $60,000 to her last month. From the joint account. My money. My daughter's future, gone. That night, Daniel came home smelling like cologne I didn't buy. I looked at him and thought, this is the man I gave 12 years to. The man who broke me quietly. The man my daughter is defending unknowingly. I didn't say anything, I waited, I planned, because women don't always break loudly. Sometimes they break like oceans, silently rising until they destroy everything that hurt them. Daniel's birthday was 3 weeks later. I pretended nothing was wrong. Smiled. Cooked his favorite dinner. Invited Lily's grandparents. He looked uncomfortable, maybe because guilt sits poorly on even the strongest shoulders. After cake and candles, I gave him a small box. Open it later, I whispered. Inside, a USB drive. He didn't know yet, but that flash drive held the truth that would burn every lie alive. At midnight, when Lily slept, Daniel came into our room. Can we talk? He asked. We can, I said softly. But first, you should watch your gift. He frowned, plugged the USB into the TV, and his entire world shattered on screen. Messages. Photos. Hotel receipts. Bank transfers. Voice notes. GPS logs. And the final piece, a video of him and Laura kissing in the cafe. He went pale. What is this? He stammered. The truth, I said. All of it. You went through my stuff? You hired someone to spy on me? What kind of person? Learn from the best, I cut in. He looked at me, furious. Lily will hate you for this. My daughter? I laughed bitterly. She's the one who told me you cry after dropping me off. She knows more truth than you ever gave her. He froze, his face twisted, part guilt, part fear. You ruined our family, he whispered. No, Daniel. I stepped closer. You did. And now I'm done cleaning up your mess. He swallowed. What do you want? Everything you tried to take from us. The house. Full custody of Lily. And child support. He clenched his jaw. You won't win. I already have, I said. Because I'm not the one who destroyed our home. You are. The next morning, I filed for divorce. Daniel tried to guilt me. He tried to charm me. He tried to scare me, but nothing worked. The evidence was overwhelming. The judge didn't even blink. I received full custody, the house. 70% of our combined savings, monthly support. A restraining order keeping Laura away from Lily. Daniel moved in with his brother. His job. Found out about the affair with a coworker. He was demoted, eventually fired. Laura left him 2 months later. He lost almost everything, except scheduled visits with Lily. Even she looked at him differently now. Not with hate. Just confusion. One day, she asked, Mommy, why did Daddy choose someone else? I swallowed tears and told her the truth children deserve. Sweetheart, some people love wrong. Some people break things they promise to protect. But it's never your fault. She held my hand and whispered, Do you still love him? I thought about it. The answer came slowly. I used to love who he was. But I don't love who he became. A year passed. I rebuilt my life, slowly, brick by brick. I took more clients. Started a small design studio online. Painted again. Rediscovered joy in little things, fresh flowers, classical music, long walks with Lily. Daniel tried to fix things, apologies, messages, attempts at redemption, but some doors, once closed, never open again. One evening, as Lily and I watched a movie, she turned to me and said, Mommy, you smile more now. I kissed her forehead. Because I'm safe now. Was Daddy scary? No, I said softly. Just lost. He cries sometimes, she whispered. I saw him last time. I sighed. Adults cry too, sweetie. Even when they try not to. She thought for a moment. Do you think he misses us? I think he misses the life he threw away. Lily nodded, as if understanding more than her age allowed. Later that night, after she fell asleep, I received a text from Daniel. I'm sorry. I ruined everything. If I could start again, I would choose you. Every time. I stared at the screen. The old me might have cried. Begged. Hoped, but the new me. I typed one sentence. I choose peace. And then I blocked him, not out of anger, but out of love for myself, for my daughter, for the life we rebuilt from ashes. Because sometimes, survival requires letting go of the person who once felt like home, even if their absence still aches like a phantom limb. The last line of my diary that year read, "Some truths destroy you, but some truths save you," and I finally learned the difference.